Hi, I'm Michelle Jackson, Creative Director at Tattered Angels. Today I'm going to show you how to make a really simple project using our glimmer screens and our embossed glimmer chips. First, you're just going to take a normal hat box you get from the craft store. I'm going to use turquoise blue glimmer mist. Remember, shake up that glimmer as it does settle. Start spraying. You can see right away the glimmer mist really just sticks right to the craft color of this box. This would be a really quick, neat gift to give to somebody. Takes minimal time. Okay, I went ahead and sprayed that. I'm going to go ahead and zap the bottom of that with the heat tool just so I can dry it. This does absorb the glimmer mist really nicely though, so you can certainly just set it aside for a few minutes if you're making a few more than just one of these, and you can really get a lot done. Still a little bit damp, but it's still good enough to work with. I'm going to come in now with purple pansy, again shaking up the glimmer mist. I'm just going to add spots of some purple with that turquoise combination. It's going to be really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and apply it lightly at first. That's kind of a good rule of thumb with glimmer mist anyway. Apply light because you can always come back and darken it where needed. Looking at this now, I can see I really want to go ahead and come in and add maybe a little more turquoise, so that way that purple is just more of an accent color. Getting a good variation of shades. Still absorbing it really nicely. I'm going to heat this really quick because I want to show you how I'm going to use a glimmer screen. You can see how it's just really absorbing it nicely right there. Definitely want it dry enough before you, if you're using the glimmer mist as a base coat, before you apply a screen. You could certainly go ahead and apply the screen while it's still damp, but then when you layer on the screen with some more glimmer mist, your lines won't be as clearly defined. It really create a real pretty water effect. But if you want really sharp lines, then go ahead and make sure your surface is dried completely before you add that screen. I'm going to use this really pretty fleur-de-lis flourishy screen. It has a defined edge. It's going to match up really nicely to the base here. What I'm doing is I've used glue dots to actually hold that down. They're simple and easy and they're removable, so just go ahead and zap them on. I'm going to use slate. Slate is a darker glimmer mist. It's still translucent, but it is a darker color. But it really is going to define this stencil. Just spray that a little bit there. Let it just sit for a second, and then you just peel it up. And you can see how that really looks nice. I'm going to heat it again just really quick to make sure the slate's absorbed. Then I'm going to come back with sea glass. Sea glass, actually that's turquoise. Sea glass is a real pretty translucent, really, really aqua light blue. It's real pretty, but it's going to add just a nice shimmer to the top of this over that slate. Kind of tone down that slate a little bit, bring back in those blue tones. Makes it really soft. Now what I can do next is I can go back around this whole box and create a nice pattern all the way around the edge of the box there. But I'm going to go ahead and show you another screen. Both of these screens can be found in our Glimmer Screen Starter Kit. It's a really nice box. You can layer, you can add, we have additional screens you can add to that box. It's a really nice storage unit. I'm going to go ahead and use the same colors, turquoise blue and the purple pansy. And add a little bit more of that turquoise so it matches our box there. Again, dry it. Make sure at least till even it's slightly damp. That way I get those clearly defined lines that you want for your screen. Okay, I think we've got it there. It's a really pretty kind of a medallion screen that's also again in this series. I'm just going to place that on the top. Don't need the glue dots because I'm not curving it around the box, but I am going to hold it down with tweezers. Or a pen or a pencil works out fine too. Now, the thing with your screens is you want to make sure you're not holding the glitter mist too close to your project because the glitter mist can pool under the screen. If you just mist it over the top, kind of like you're applying hairspray, just a light mist just settles around the edges and doesn't seep under the screen itself. So I'm going to just sit that for a minute, lift up. You can see the real pretty image. Again, I'm going to tone down that slate a little bit by adding some sea glass. Just set that really quickly. The rest of it can dry on its own while I move on to the next step. You can still see that clearly defined edging of the screen, but the sea glass top coat really just softened it a little bit more. So I'm going to set that aside. Next, I'm going to take our beautiful flourish that's in the embossed regal chip line. I'm going to do a little bit of a rainbow effect with the purple pansy. With such a large piece, what's neat, because a lot of the pieces in these kits are larger, so you have a lot more surface area to make some really beautiful color combinations. So I'm going to go in, add some purple pansy in areas. Again, always start light. You can move darker later. Get that turquoise blue. Now you can see I've got really pretty shades of purple and blue on either end and in the center. But then you can also see how the colors of the purple and the turquoise are blending and creating yet a whole new unique color. It's just blending on its own and doing a great job of it. This is a chip, all the chips are self-adhesive, so this is a chip I'm actually going to apply as just a little finish to the top of my box. So you just can peel off the sticker backing, and you can just center it on your box. You can add some other little details there, and you've got a really great gift for somebody. Thanks for joining me today.